I've run out of excuses. This is me, a right old fat bastard. Man boobs, egg-shaped, 30% plus body fat. This is the literal personification of defecating on your own doorstep. We got here by eating junk, being lazy, and it's just not cricket, my friend. This is the result of eating healthily and doing cardio for 6 months. A significant first step, but I want more. Is it even possible for a washed up old fart like me? Well, we are about to find out. It's time for Operation Six Pack. I'm going to find out if it's possible to get a physique not that impresses other people, but that I can be proud of and happy with. I'm going to transition now from all-out running into strength training. While continuing to run, it's time to get a bit of meat on the old bones. So how do we get here? And what's the plan? Starting at 112 kilograms, this was the heaviest that I have ever been in my whole life. I started running to burn calories and to lose weight, and in conjunction with this, changed my diet. So firstly, I want to dispel a couple of myths and highlight the risks of running. Firstly, the myth that running doesn't help you to lose weight. This is rubbish, and 20 kilograms or 44 pounds later, I am walking proof that this is incorrect. This statement, however, is made with the caveat that the age-old adage, abs are made in the kitchen, is absolutely 100% correct. If you don't change your diet and eat healthily, although a calorie deficit is going to make you lose weight, it's going to make things a lot harder. The other myth is that doing a lot of cardio will make you hungrier and cause you to overeat. Again, this for me is an absolute myth. Doing longer cardio sessions with some moderate intensity is actually going to suppress your appetite, and also you're going to have less time to sit in front of the TV launching potato chips down your gullet. In terms of the risks, is running the most effective way of burning calories? Absolutely not. And the main reason why it's not the most effective way of burning calories is because of the risk of injury. If you're injured, you can't do cardio, and therefore something like getting on the treadmill and walking it on the incline or jumping onto a static bike are going to be much better and safer in terms of calorie burning. Now, with all that being said, why would you choose running? Well, I can only speak for myself here, but the reasons I love running are firstly, getting outside and you're travelling. Personally, I would much rather be outside experiencing the world than sitting in one spot grinding, but each to their own. Secondly, it's really hard and I enjoy that challenge. And as a result of that difficulty and the ability of your body to adapt, you can make massive running gains in a relatively short period of time. I've gone from not being able to run about 200 meters, maybe 600 feet 6 months ago, and now I'm able to run a half marathon at a consistent effort once a week on my long runs. Running a 5k went from being completely impossible to 40 minutes, to 35 minutes, to 30 minutes, and currently down to 25 minutes with a current PB projection from my Garmin of 23 minutes and 20 seconds. So to go from beginner to novice to intermediate is achievable in a relatively short space of time, even for an unfit old lump like me, and with a frame that is not particularly suited to any kind of running. I don't think there's many 6'4", 92 kilogram elite runners in the world. So what's the plan? If I carry on like this, I'm going to end up stick thin and probably exposing myself to a higher risk of injury, especially at my age. So I'm going to add some strength, stroke, hypertrophy training to build some strength and muscle and improve the general aesthetics of my physique. My goal is not to look like Sam Sulek, but to have an athletic and lean physique. So how am I going to do it? Well, I'm not going to do a bro split. Push, pull legs along with the running is going to be too much load, and with my age being at 45. So training 5 times a week is going to be too much. Instead, I'm going to do 3 or 4 times a week, training every other day to give my body plenty of chance to recover, and doing, as you would expect, 3 sets between 6 to 12 reps, depending on the exercise. Week 1 in review of Operation Six Pack. Currently, after 7 days, I've been running every day. I restarted a marathon training block. Base runs, I've had some speed sessions, and I've also had, like yesterday, I had a threshold run. My initial goal has been to go to the gym every other day. So basically 3 or 4 times a week. Day on, day off, day on, day off. And I'm not doing like a bro split. I'm not gonna do push-pull legs. I'm 45. I'm gonna do more like a Greg Doucette kind of split, which is go to the gym, do a full body workout, pick whatever you fancy. I'm doing like 6 to 8 exercises. I've been doing 8 exercises. In and out pretty quick, 45 minutes, an hour maximum in the gym and out again, and then continuing with my running. So that's where we've been this week, and let's just go through some stats. So I was 92 kilograms at the beginning of the week. Now I am 91 kilograms, so I've lost a kilogram, which is good. I got myself a set of scales which measure body fat percentage as well. I'm dubious of the accuracy. It said at the beginning of the week I was 18.5% body fat, and now I am 18% body fat. I think I'm more around 20 or 22, but let's just say that the scales are right. I've lost 0.5 of a percentage of body fat. It also said that I'd gained 0.2 kilograms of, so 0.4 pounds roughly of lean mass, muscle mass, which it may be sensing, it may be true, maybe not, who knows. But yeah, so I've done a full week of running every single day, various different things, base runs at my comfortable pace, tempo runs, threshold runs, speed sessions, so like sprints with rest in between, lowering the volume so that my tendons can kind of get back to manageable. And then yeah, the gym itself has been amazing. I've been doing 8 to 10 reps, 3 sets to failure on the last set, picking whatever weight would make me fail at the end. If it was too light the first, I'd go lighter on the first set and then get the weight right for the second and third sets, fail on the last set. So then today I've been to the gym. It was day 8, but I did hack squats. I did them slow and controlled with hardly any weight on. And oh my God, I could not walk. Well, I could walk, but down the steps, oh my God, you know what it's like tiptoeing down the stairs? Absolutely excruciating. I did that along with whatever body parts. I did some chest. I was trying to focus on chest flies, and again, I did abs again. But yeah, I put the hack squats in, and then I had my recovery run, and thank God it was a recovery run, because even at a slow recovery pace, which was like 7 minutes per kilometer, just like a trot basically, a slow jog, I must have looked hilarious because I was like tiptoeing. I could not lift my knees. The hack squats hit me in the middle of the quads in a place where I have most definitely not been using that muscle. So it is the first time I've hit it, so I know for a fact it's never going to be as bad as this. But doing hack squats today and then running was like, probably it's the hardest recovery run I ever did. In terms of not being able, I could not lift my knees at all. But yeah, so week 1 has gone really well. I'm kind of now into like a hybrid training, and Operation Six Pack is underway. Having trained abs in the beginning of the week, and then again today I trained abs again. I'm not thinking that training abs is going to burn off stomach fat at all in any way. But what training abs is going to do is give me a flatter stomach, and it's going to make my abs pop a bit more through the skin or whatever layer of fat is there. So it's also made me more bodily aware. Like when I felt tight in my stomach, and then because I could really feel my abs, I've also been walking around like with my abs tensed, or not tensed, or firm, and just everything feels firmer.
I've had like newbie gains all over my body and that everything's filled out a little bit. I am taking creatine, so I think my muscles are holding a bit more water. But already I can feel the difference and I can see the difference. Other people probably can't see the difference, but I'm just seeing little lines have popped up, even after just 3 gym sessions, um, that were not there before, and more fullness in my muscles. Still skinny, obviously, not big, but I can really feel a difference. Um, so yeah, running and weight training is going really well. Like I say, not doing a bro split, not doing 3 on, 1 day off, 2 on, 1 day off, and running every single day. I'm going every other day. And if I've got an intense run, like yesterday, I put the gym session off till the next day. And note to self, hack squats before any kind of run, I'll probably avoid. However, the hack squats have hit me so good that I want to go and do them again, and I want to, obviously not for a couple of days, or maybe this time next week. But the hack squats have they've really highlighted where my weakness was. Okay, so week one, fit check. I've only been to the gym 3 times, and I have done like a slightly less intensive week of running. However, although visually there might not be particularly a difference, for me I can see some differences, and I can feel the difference. So for one thing, in my arms, in my little arms, I now have just a little bit more volume in my bicep. Definitely I can feel more volume here. And here in my chest, obviously I'm starting to get some, just everything's just a bit more pumped. And I've not been to the gym today. Yesterday I went to the gym. And then like in my side here, this has just popped out, my little lats here. So that's noticeably different for me. That definitely wasn't like pumped like this like it was before. So that's the seated rows and the lat pull downs, I guess, that I've been doing. Yeah, and then in terms of my stomach, I can notice a slight difference in the top of my abs just popping a little bit more. Obviously the body fat is still there, although I feel like it's gone down maybe 0.5% over my whole body. So just, yeah, and when now, after doing a couple of abs works out, when I tense, I can just get a couple of lines here where everything's a bit tighter. Obviously, there's still all this to deal with, but my stomach in general as well feels flatter and my posture feels better. Back check, because I didn't back check last time, for future reference, do a back check. Alright. So, I hope this inspires you to get up your ass, go to the gym, go and do a bit of cardio, either or but even better still, do both. Thanks so much for watching. Smash the subscribe button, follow along.